Monday, December 27th, 2021. The cycle between yesterday, December 26th, to today, there's some kind, I have a metal grate for the radiator over here. There's some kind of, I don't know if it's like arc but I'll be sitting here and all of a sudden it'll be like somebody strikes it and it'll like creak. Same thing in other corners of the room. And last night when I was trying to sleep, I got such a pressure problem in my lower lumbar, like the sacroiliac area of my pelvis. I literally had to keep getting up, and my bones are cracking and popping back into place because there's some kind of energy displacement going on. Same time, I've got some kind of, my skin is cool to the touch, but there's some kind of like a chill in the air. And I'm going to stand up, listen to the floor and my knees. It pops. And then yesterday, my shoulder was popping also as I moved it, showing that there's some kind of pressure buildup inside the, I don't know if you call it synovial joints, the articulation but it brought to mind, I don't play video games. However, Tia Frio 1975 does. And he had a video game called The Elder Scrolls, Skyrim. And inside this particular video game, there was a glove. They call it an energy weapon. It's some form of a glove, and then it's like dark matter energy that is held in the hand, and then you push it and it goes. Now that's more fantasy, but I know that in atmosphere and timing and program and rogue energy bolts and volts, and what the disturbances I've been having in the house, I know that it's a possibility. I kept saying last night, I'm like, it hurts, but more of like an HERTZ, hurts. It's some kind of frequency. I know, like, there's all these electronics have some kind of radio signal, some kind of frequency. I don't know how any of that works. But I don't know what timing mechanism they're on either. But last night I was up and down. I barely slept. And I had to keep leaving the bed in order to try to acclimate to the outside environment, being the physicality outside of the area that I was laying. But it was definitely pressure sensitivity. And then I was getting, not all night, but I was getting a headache between the two parietal, and then up the cervical area of the spine. It felt like almost pulsation, and then it was the two parietals just started to hurt. It happened several times, but then eventually it dissipated. I use the word quintessential human function to represent when it was happening last night, because it was so painful and it felt in the pelvic area. it almost felt like the pressure of when you're giving birth. It was that amount of just laying in the same area, didn't move. 1 minute, I'm totally comfortable. Next minute, it feels like the pressure build up inside the pelvis. And also down, it's deep inside of the socket of the hip, and then it becomes stiff and rigid down the legs. And then as I stood up, my bone literally would crack into place, almost like cracking a knuckle, that type of thing, but in my knee, which is a bizarre place to have it. I don't know how to fix these things. I don't know who's in charge of this kind of thing or why it would be so interfered with. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, it's Earth. Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. For me anyway. And it is Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.